Hello and welcome back to World of Warcraft. My name's Lumin and right now it's time for a quick update video. I'm on the live servers, and it has been far too long since I've recorded anything on the live servers on any of my real characters. This is my main, this is my Paladin. You guys may or may not have seen it before. It's good. It's good that I'm actually recording on this character again. I think I'm gonna make a habit of it. I want to slowly reintroduce World of Warcraft to the channel leading up to Legion because I am actually playing it, and in this video I just want to talk a little bit about what I've been doing, what we've been doing, what the guild has been doing, and what's going on in the game right now. So I'm going to start by talking about challenge modes. We recently completed the Warlords of Draenor challenge modes. You can see I've got the weapon and the shield transmog on here. I've not figured out what I want to do with the two-handers yet. I just haven't. Okay, because I'm currently wearing, and I have been for a while now, the Mists of Pandaria challenge mode armor, and it kind of matches the weapon and the shield. I feel like the shield doesn't match entirely, not like 100%, but the weapon is a perfect match. The weapon is just absolutely amazing, okay? And I'm a big fan of them, okay? I'm a big fan of the rewards. We did the challenge modes over, I think over the past month or so. The thing is, we didn't really have that much time to spend on them because the people that we were doing it with, they had like kind of weird schedules, but I recorded all the runs we did and I'm going to be uploading them much like I did the Pandaria ones, and then you guys will be able to see the footage of us completing our gold run, and you'll hear the commentary from me, which will be like part tutorial, part insight, part, I don't know, other random yak, because on a lot of them I think we kind of just winged it. I don't know, like the challenge modes didn't feel that hard this time around. They weren't that difficult. I didn't have to go out and get all the best in slot challenge mode gear to make it doable. I didn't need to watch special guide videos or anything like that. I did, however, and I feel I should mention this, get my monk boosted through challenge modes. I did it with the most amazing group of people. They sell challenge modes on our servers here, and I think they do it on a couple of other different servers, but they were a great 3 dudes, okay, and it was like a tank, a healer, and 1 DPS, and then they boosted 2 people at a time. I thought there's no way they're going to be able to do this, but they did it, and they did it with ease, and they did it while putting on like a good show for us. It was actually just a pleasure. Straight up. For those wondering, I paid 250k for it, 250,000 gold. I still have lots and lots of gold left. This is not all my gold. This is just the gold on this character. It's split amongst the others that I've got, and I think it was worth it. Okay, I realized that the challenge mode weapons and transmogs and stuff are going to be account wide, and you're going to be able to use it on all your characters anyway, but I wasn't sure if I was going to play Monk or Paladin come Legion. That's still something I'm sort of thinking about. You know, am I going to play on my Paladin? Am I going to stick with it? Am I going to switch to Monk? See how that goes in Legion? Am I going to play a new Demon Hunter? Maybe I'll do that. I'm still not 100%, but I am, at the moment at least, pretty committed to Paladin. So for that reason, because I wasn't 100%, I thought, well, why not get that Monk boosted? So I did that, and these guys, again, they were just so much fun. The tank was just telling stories the whole time. They were like picking on each other playfully and just putting on, again, a good show for me and the other guy being boosted. I don't think we wiped once. Maybe we wiped once on like one of the very first pulls because the tank messed up on something and it was a joke and it was like over in an instant. And then we went again and it was super relaxed. Like every now and then they maybe asked me, okay, can you stun now, Monk? Can you do this now, Monk? Can you do that now? But it was very relaxed, very fun and casual and stuff. And those guys, I would recommend them to anyone. I'll actually put their link below just because they were such cool dudes, and I really enjoyed the stories and stuff that the Death Knight tank was telling. His name was Olisaurus. Then the druid that was healing was called Ellie or something. I'm sorry if I can't remember that name. And the enhancement shaman was called Oak. Assistant Professor Oak, which I had a good chuckle at. Anyway, so that happened, and because I got my monk boosted, I saw how it was done, and I did that just before we did our challenge modes, so I kind of saw how professionals did these runs, and then when we went into the runs ourselves, and I tanked it myself, it was so much easier. Now, I couldn't use Gorfine's Grasp to pull the entire room in, and then like all stun them all, and use Army of the Dead to mitigate literally all the damage being done, or whatever. You know, I'm not an imba broken Death Knight, but it was still much easier because of that, and I think because of that, our 8 dungeons that we did on Gold they ended up being a breeze. I don't think we struggled for that long on any of them, really. I'm trying to think. No, I think we did, on most nights we did 2. Some of the nights we did 1.5, like we did 1 and then we got to just before gold on the second one, but most nights we did 2, and we did them over a span of a month, doing it only 1 day a week, so like 4 nights basically, maybe 5 nights. Overall, pretty easy. Okay, and again, I'm going to put those videos up on the channel. It's going to take me a bit of time to record the commentary on them, and I think, you know, while I'm just talking and stuff, I can go to the challenge mode vendor and show you guys what the others look like, just for interest's sake, in case you didn't know. And in case you didn't know about the Pandaria ones, the Pandaria ones gave you armor. So this armor right here that I'm using at the moment, this is from the Pandaria Paladin one, and I've got the monk one on my monk, so on and so forth. And those ones will also be account-wide for that specific class. So if I make another Paladin, then come Legion, I can use that armor on any Paladins I have. It's kind of cool, I guess. The weapons are much better where that's concerned, because you can use them on any class. They're going to be fully account-wide. But here's the vendor.
Gilneas will be reborn from
the ones I can use, you can see, are not redded out. I can use the Cloudsong Glaive. You may think that that fits. You may look at it at first glance and say, well, that kind of fits. But I don't know, man. It's got green over there. It's got green on the handle, and that bugs me a lot. So it doesn't really suit this armor. I'd probably have to make something different for that. Then there's Flame Grinder, which is... well... it's got horns. Or are those claws and not horns? And then it's got, like, a roll of barbed wire in the middle, and it spits flames out of it. I don't know. I don't see the appeal in this one, and quite honestly, I don't see the appeal in this one either. I understand why people use it, because look at it. It can barely fit in the dressing room frame. It is massive. It's massive. And on a human female, oh my god, I mean, it sits, like, on your back, and then it sticks out this far above your head, and it, like, clips into the ground. It's massive. Okay, and I understand why people use it. Then there's this right here. I think that's held in offhand, though. Oh no, that's actually a mace. That's a main hand mace. It's a little weird. I don't know. These are just the ones that I can use. Then there's Elemental Crescent, which I kind of like. It goes between Flame and Frost constantly. They all have these coolish animations. I mean, that's not bad either. I could potentially use that if I wanted to. I'm waiting for it to go to Flame. Just give it a second. Okay, there you go. Switches to Flame. Then it stays on Flame for a while and it switches back. Then there's the Face of the Guardian. Then there's Held in Offhand, this thing. I guess that's kind of cool. And then there's this shield, which I suppose is the more hardcore variation. And there's the Shift in Fellblade, which is one of my favorites, actually. I like it, but again, I think you'd have to make a different transmog for that. It wouldn't suit the one I've got right now. Then the ones I can't use, Staff? Yeah, it's like a druid staff. I don't know what kind of staff this is even. It probably splits open at the front here. Now this staff, this one the book opens and it waves around a little bit. Then there's a gun. Then there's a bow. Then there's the fist weapons that I use on the monk. Sunblade, which is the dagger. This one has a cool animation that pops up. And finally Soul Eater, also a dagger. But that's what you get from it. We completed it. You can look forward to those videos on the channel not too long from now. And that's sort of taken up a bit of my time recently. Not a whole lot, but a bit, because when we do it, it takes a couple of hours that evening. It tires me out completely. I don't know. I've fallen a little behind in doing other things because of challenge modes, but now we're done, and yeah, it's out of the way. You know, we're kind of ready for Legion. I'm very curious about what they're going to be adding in Legion for challenge modes, because it's going to be a completely different system, so I mean, it's tough to say right now. This place is beautiful, isn't it? I can't get enough of Storm Shield. I know a lot of people don't like it, and some people prefer War Spear, which is the Horde version, but I'm a big fan. I like the models of the trees here. I like the lighting. It looks great at night. Anyway, I'm not going to get carried away with this. So other stuff that I've been doing recently, apart from the challenge modes, I completed all the Noblegarden achievements for the first time ever. I don't know how I hadn't done this. I've been playing this game for so long and I still don't have. What a long, strange trip it's been. I still need For the Children, which is coming up in like just a couple of weeks. So once I've done that, I will finally get the Violet Proto-Drake. I mean, again, I've been playing this game for so long. I don't know. I just don't know how I haven't got it. So I did Noblegarden, and the achievements themselves, not that fun. Okay, I had a guildie that sent me the mount, the Spring Strider, so I didn't have to collect 500 eggs for that. But it was mostly just looting eggs, and then some stuff where you had to find a bunch of people and, like, use flowers on them or whatever. I don't know. It's much like the others, I suppose. You know, you just gotta do a bunch of stuff that's sort of half-themed towards the event itself. Like this one, for instance, using the spring flowers on females of at least the 18th level. And you gotta basically go into Battlegrounds or go into like Dalaran to hope to find the Horde, or if you're on Horde, to hope to find the Alliance. The most difficult one for me was Troll female. I wasn't getting lucky with that. Fortunately, my wife has a Tauren and a Goblin, so that was kind of easy. She's got them on this server, and yeah, I could sort of pick them up from her. But overall, it was okay. I considered recording an entire video. I actually started recording a video doing some stuff for Noblegarden, but it ended up being more like realm hopping and waiting for people than I wanted it to be, so it wasn't a great video to watch overall. But I did that recently, and then, yeah, other than the random achievements here and there, and the, like, mythic dungeon here and there, and the raids and stuff, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment, the guild and raiding and stuff, I've also been trying to fill out my blacksmithing collection. I've got a lot of cool and rare recipes. It's basically how I make my gold, is I go out and I craft rare stuff. I don't know, like, Fellsteel Longblade is probably the one item that's made me the most money in this game thus far. Some other stuff makes me money. I mean, a lot of these axes and weapons, dirge, I mean, that's not the biggest money maker, but people buy it because of its name. A lot of things here. Okay, I have a lot of rare recipes that I make, mostly weapons, some armor pieces, and they sell. People, where are weapons even? Trying to find weapons here. Here we go. People buy these because of transmogs. I suppose leading up to Legion, people are also going to start collecting stuff here, and they're going to try and, like, get items that they want for their collection now already because they might get it cheaper or whatever. But yeah, I got some rare ones, and I've been doing that, and I've been trying to collect the rest of them. I got this add-on that shows what I'm still missing, which is not very much. Okay, I'm not missing that many recipes. So, yeah, slowly but surely filling that out. Then, let's talk about the guild and raiding. Currently, the guild's still called Tales of Lumin. We're going to be renaming / rebranding the guild at some point in the not too distant future. I was thinking it should have maybe been a surprise, but it doesn't really matter. I am going to keep the name that we're going to use as a surprise, though. I'm going to release a video when I do decide to do that, and then we're going to start recruiting new people, be they raiders or casuals, like just social members, going into Legion, so that we have sort of a more busy guild, a more active / lively guild going into Legion. I'm pretty sure most of the people will come back and play for Legion anyway, but more is always better. So I'm going to rename the guild at that point. We're going to change a few other things within the guild, promote a bunch of people, and just get things running nicely before Legion starts. So probably when the pre-patch comes, we'll do that. It's going to be fun. I know you guys will see what's happening because I'll put a video up, like I said, and show things off. Show you guys what's happening, explain everything to you. We've still been raiding, like we've been raiding all this time. We're still raiding Hellfire Citadel. We are kind of farming Hellfire Citadel. I mean, not kind of, we are 100% farming Hellfire Citadel. We recently cut our Wednesday raid down to just 2 hours. We raid 2 hours on Wednesday now, and sometime on Sunday. Like, I say sometime because it depends. Sunday night raids are very, very variable. Like this Sunday, which is today, we are raiding Mythic Heimel, just because. And on the previous Sunday, we did like a bunch of older raids for achievements, and before that. So right now, because of the current content drought, we are doing Wednesday Hellfire Citadel, then we do like just Manaroth and Archimonde. That's the last two bosses. We do those two on Heroic. And then we do like 1 or 2 other bosses, either from Lower Citadel or Upper Citadel. Just bosses that people need. Okay, and then we done after that. Doesn't take too long. I mean, we kill them one shot. People get their chance at the loot from those bosses if they still need them. Sometimes people bring ults, sometimes not. And then on the Sundays we do old stuff. Like recently, in the past couple of weeks / months, we finished up Glory of the Thundering Raider, Glory of the Pandaria Raider, Glory of the Orgrimmar Raider. We also did Glory of the Hellfire Raider. We basically just do achievements and stuff. So when we're done with Highmaul Mythic, I don't know if we'll move on to Blackrock Foundry Mythic, because that's actually still pretty difficult. We'll see. But when we're done with Highmaul, we'll probably start on something new. Maybe we'll go back even further and start doing Uldar or Icecrown or whatever else. But we're doing fun stuff on Sundays at the moment. We still only raid twice a week. I think a while back, when we were sort of doing progression stuff, we were one of the top 2 nights a week raiding guilds on the server, which is good for us, which means we make good progress. We have some really good, dedicated and talented raiders at the moment, so it's always like a pleasure raiding with everyone. They're also just, I would say, most of them at least, friends by now. It's just fun. Raid nights are mostly us talking about the happenings of the week and so on and so forth. It's very relaxed, and it's just a good time. That's mostly what our raids end up being right now. And again, we know the content so well because it's been around so long that it's just not stressful anymore. At least not for me, okay? I don't even have to think about my rotations or about the tactics or whatever on the bosses. Well, maybe sometimes when I have to tank, when our main tanks aren't there. I'm currently raiding as Retribution. I don't know why I'm in Protection. Oh, I was doing Mythic Dungeons last night. I'm currently raiding as Retribution, and we have Podkaniak and Artfall, a monk and a warrior tanking for us, and it sort of switches around, you know, here and there. Sometimes people decide they want to bring an ult or whatever, then someone else tanks. We're kind of flexible like that at the moment, but I think going into Legion, the chances are I'll be playing Retribution again with Protection as my off spec, but we'll see. I'm full best in slot on both my specs. Like, I'm 730 item level. I don't think I can get anything else here. I've even got a Warforged Heroic Calamity's Edge, which is like really, really good. I don't know. We have no desire to do Mythic Hellfire Citadel just yet, and I don't think we have 20 people anyway, but we are still raiding. That's basically the long and short of it, and it's not very serious at the moment, but we will go back to sort of regular, current, serious raiding stuff when Legion releases. So that's that. Otherwise, like, the guild is still pretty active. There are people on every single day. We do stuff together. I'm still playing most days. I think I log in pretty much every day trying to just make some money or whatever, because I think that now, if you want to play in Legion, now's the time you make gold, because it's still possible to make a lot of gold. And I think when Legion comes, Blizzard are going to add a whole bunch of cool gold sinks. It's like gold sinks that people are actually going to want to sink their gold into and spend their gold on, so that the amount of gold in the economy can get reduced, because there's way too much of it right now. I mean, our WoW tokens are currently selling for 85k on EU, which is disgraceful. Like, it's not a viable way of supporting the time on your account anymore. It just costs way too much. I don't know. I'm paying with real money instead, because that's ludicrous. Anyway, I think I've spoken about pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to say that I'm still playing the game. You know, it's still enjoyable to me. I am kind of preparing my character and myself for Legion at the moment, and that's fun, you know, making some gold, finishing up some old stuff that I wanted to do, basically just preparing everything I can in advance so that the launch of Legion and going into Legion can be as smooth as possible. I'm hoping, upon hope, that we're going to be able to stream when Legion comes out, that we're going to be able to have, like, proper internet. I think we might, because I don't know when Legion's launching yet, but I get the feeling that within the next month to month and a half, we might have internet that can actually stream. We'll see. Not going to promise anything. Not going to say it's a guarantee, but it's looking quite positive. So, if I can stream the launch of Legion, and, like, our guild's efforts in Legion, us playing Legion, and so on and so forth, it would be a huge thing for me if I could be able to stream by the time Legion releases. That would be amazing. Okay, that would be the ultimate boost, just for my Twitch channel and everything else. Would be nice. Okay, but that's it. If you guys have any questions about the guild, about my characters, I mean, I could show you everything I've got here. I could show you the gear. It's full best in slot. If you search best in slot Retribution on the internet, then this is what you'll find. I have a different trinket for Cleave. There you go. Single target and cleave there. Best in slot. Same for protection. The only thing with protection is that my ring is not fully upgraded yet. Although I can probably upgrade it right now. I don't know. Otherwise, what I'm doing today is probably I'm going to finish farming my Shadow Frost shards in Icecrown Citadel. I'm going to do Uldar for the fragments. I've only got one. I'm basically trying to get the legendaries and stuff that I don't have yet. I'm also doing them for materials and stuff. Like I'm doing Molten Core at the moment for Dark Iron Ore in there. Saving up a little bit so I can have a lot of stock ready for when Legion or the pre-patch releases with a Transmog Wardrobe. I want to show you just quickly. Look at my achievement, not my achievements, my inventory, and look at the space that I've got. So I've got those slots there. This is the most I've had in months. Look at my bank. Okay, look at my void storage. I've got a lot of transmog sets. I've got a lot of them, and I just, oh man, I don't even know. Like, it's so difficult. I can't get rid of them because I want the. Okay, this is a bit messed up here. Like, it's a bit mixed up, but the sets aren't all together. But I've got a bunch of full sets. Then I've got a bunch of really cool weapons and stuff that I want to keep. I got a whole bunch of, I don't know, other random transmogs that I collected that I like, that I've been using. It's tough, and I can't just get rid of this. I can't remove these. I want these. So when the Transmog Wardrobe comes out, I'm going to be able to sell or vendor or whatever every single one of these items that I've been saving just for the visual style. And I'm going to have so much space. It's going to be amazing. But again, for the past couple of months, I've been surviving on just those 4 slots there. It's been grim. I don't know how I do it. I got these extra 3 from the challenge mode items that I had. Because I had 1 or 2 trinkets and stuff. And I think 1 ring that I equipped specifically for the challenge mode runs. Because it was better in terms of stats. And now I could get rid of those. Because I don't need no rings or trinkets or amulets or whatever for that. But I've still got the other stuff. Got crap like bunny ears here. I mean, seriously, I don't even know if that's going to be in the Transmog Wardrobe, but I'm keeping it because it might be. And, well, this one is pink, and that one is black, and this one is just the standard one. Gotta have all the variations. Oh, God. Anyway, done. Check back here soon for more. Hopefully, I'll get like 1 video out a week. Maybe I'll record a bit of us raiding Archimonde or Manoroth, or Archimonde and Manoroth, or whatever. Maybe I'll record some of the other stuff that I'm doing. I'm farming some old Transmogs or legendaries or whatever. I can record that. Maybe I'll just do another update video next week. Doesn't really matter. You know, if you have a lot of questions that want answering, if you have any queries or whatever about the guild and the character and all the rest, then I guess I could talk about that in the next video. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to be doing these semi-regularly and then more regularly as Legion approaches. Hope you guys don't mind, but that's it. Again, check back soon for more. Give it a like, share it, and do all that good stuff. Most importantly though, happy World of Warcraft, and happy still playing and having fun. Because I am. And it is. It is quite fun. Happy that.